Hi, I'm Denise. On today's episode of People of the Port, I'll be talking to Jason Fletcher, the Assistant Terminal Manager at Vancouver Wharves Terminal, home of the famous Vancouver yellow sulfur piles. And I'm going to give you an up-close look.
We're a general bulk cargo handling facility, and basically if the nation produces it in terms of agri-products or sulfur or mineral concentrates, we ship it.
Jason, can you tell me a little bit about all these sort of, looks like giant conveyor belts?
Yeah, these conveyor systems are how we get the product from the stockpiles out to the vessels. So all of these ship loaders that you see, these are sulfur ship loaders right here.
And of course over here, Jason, the famous yellow piles of Vancouver.
These are the iconic sulfur piles, yes. Let's walk over and have a look.
All right.
Let's just let this front end loader go by.
Yeah, we'll let it go by.
Yeah. Do you want to actually touch it?
Yeah, of course I do. I've always wondered about these piles, and I've always had questions about them, so to get to be this close is so cool for me.
Well, sulfur's kind of a fun story. Obviously it's bright, it's yellow, you can't miss it.
This is not at all like I imagined.
What you're seeing is it's actually little prills, and there's really small ones and there's larger ones. This is the very highest elemental sulfur grade available. It's a wonderful product. It's coming from northeastern BC.
My understanding of sulfur was that it smells like rotten eggs. This doesn't smell at all.
All the sulfur that comes down to our terminal has all been degassed. So it doesn't have any of the smell, and it's also safe for our people to handle and for the vessels and for the customers.
Now, I've always thought that when it rained, that all the sulfur would just melt away.
The sulfur isn't soluble in water, so it doesn't really melt. It stays just like that. So all the rain that we get over in North Vancouver, it hits the stockpile, it sheds right off the pile. It's all then contained into underground sumps and pumped to our water treatment plant. So again, it doesn't need to be covered, and that's part of the fun because people can see it.
Where to next?
Let's go check out some concentrates.
Great. So what are we looking at, Jason?
So what you see right now are the shuttle wagons pushing on these cars, and they're going to push it inside the building to unload.
And what's this car coming in? What's its
So
cargo?
this car right here is copper concentrate, and that's the most valuable cargo that's going through the Port of Vancouver right now.
Really?
Yeah.
It just looks like a pile of dirt.
Very, very expensive dirt and very difficult to make.
Wow.
Yeah. As the cargo comes from the rail cars, it's going to end up inside this storage shed. And it's going to come down that conveyor, and it's going to drop down and land right in that stockpile. So it's staged here until the vessels come along, and we just load them on the right-hand side through these feed hoppers. So Denise, we're just going to have a peek inside this hole. This is where the copper is going to end up. We're going to kind of see the end of the story here. This is the copper concentrate that we saw earlier coming off of the rail cars into the storage shed. It ends up here in the vessel.
And now it's on its way to Korea.
That's right.
And that's the copper story.
Bye, copper. Yeah.
Bye, copper.
Have a good trip.
Make sure you write, or at least email. What an amazing day with Jason at Vancouver Wharves Terminal. I finally got to see those mysterious yellow sulfur piles up close and personal. For more episodes, check us out on Facebook and YouTube. It's like climbing a mountain of beads, right?